Hey, what's up, and welcome back to Urban Arts Magazine's 40 Under 40. We are featuring and honoring some of the world's top artists doing amazing things in theater, dance, music, film, television, literary, visual, and media arts. We have had the opportunity to talk to some amazing artists. Today is no different. I want to welcome to the stage a performer and artist, a personality who is doing some amazing things in the media world. Help me welcome Miss Tonesha Winters. Tonesha, what's going on? How are you?
That was an introduction. I'm great.
Good. So first of all, congrats on being one of our 40 Under 40.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And so tell us, who is Tonesha Winters?
Which day are we talking about and in which season? Because she could be a numerous of people. But she is, I think, Erica Badu's line in Texas that we use all the time. She truly is an artist that is very sensitive when it comes to her and her,
Gotcha. So many people know Tonesha Winters as a dancer. How did you start off in the dance world?
I ministered through dance liturgically. I've been doing that since I was about 7 years old. But at 16, I guess I would say 16, 17, I got connected and surrounded by some really dope mentors that just kind of took me under their wings. And from there, we have taught at the National Baptist Congress, where I used to have like 200 little girls walking around. We got to dance at Timberland's wedding, actually, one particular time. So it's just truly being connected with ministry. Dance is kind of one of my free ways of doing it. But it just started happening. Tonesha, I was just in the right place at the right time, and the powers that be liked me.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. So, but you've been doing this since you were 6. So, like, it's been training, and you've studied under other people who dance. Like, who are some of those influential people that you have studied under, or that you consider to be your mentors in dance?
Well, I wouldn't actually say it like that.
Okay.
Whereas I'm surrounded by some of my friends who truly have trained in dance. My level of movement in it really truly is just love. I am what you call a church dancer that has had the privilege to maybe take a class because my friend is Tiana and Michelle Gibson is going to be there, so I took a class that way. Regina Tucker, famous Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, was the coach of the dance ministry at Friendship West. So when I think of class, and maybe that's just me, when I think of class, I think the formal dancers. No, my art is truly just me out here being me and embracing. So it really came from just praise dancing.
Yeah, and so you studied under, you just dropped a couple great names: Michelle Gibson, Regina Tucker. Like, these are all great people that you've trained under. That's amazing. That is amazing. So when you have those 200 little girls under you dancing, like, what is your motivation that you want to impart into them?
I want to have a good time. Miss T starts her classes off every time. Are we going to have a good time? That's just what dance is, that art to me. While I've seen people spend countless hours in studying and in movement, but just to inspire that person to further their training. There are certain programs that have been provided for kids and children in the last 10 years that just really did not exist. Artistic wise, we begin to recognize how important that is. So my goal is just to inspire and for us to have a good time, for us to start what the discipline of dance is and who that requires us to be, just as women, posture, just the most intermediate things that dance gives you. That's my ultimate goal, but mostly to have a good time.
And that's what it's really about. Like, you don't want to be mad dancing or mad doing your art. You want to make sure that you're having a fun time. So you then have worked with a lot of different dance companies throughout the city and mime companies. So what was your transition of like, I now no longer want to be a dancer, but I want to start like teaching dance and choreographing.
So, my whole life, even now, and you'll probably laugh when I say this, I've literally just kind of been put in the fire. Tonesha, this is the assignment, and we want you to do it. And because of normally who it is in front of me that's asking me to do it, it's like, okay. So when Friendship West transitioned from Keys,
and this is the church, right?
Yes. So when Friendship West transitioned from Keys to 2020, I was maybe like roughly freshman in college or something like that. And Regina had just gotten placed over the ministry there, who is, like I said, famous Dallas Cowboy, black Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. If you see her now, go. But she said, Tonesha, we want you to teach the kids. And you go, huh? Who, me? Are you sure? You're not. Okay, you all sure? Okay, I will do it. And literally, I'm in church writing. I still have that notebook now, writing down the things, what I see. If I'm assigned something, I've kind of always been that person. If somebody says, hey, especially if it's somebody I care about or I think something highly of them, I want you to do this, I'm going to do my best to kind of give that and give whatever energy that is.
That's dope. So you then became a on-air personality and a red carpet specialist, doing interviews. Is that the same thing? Somebody was like, put a mic in your hand and said, go, or what was that like?
Well, I've wanted to do media since I saw Kermit the Frog Report live from the House of the Three Little Pigs. Feel. But yeah, so I went to Lincoln High School here in Dallas. At that time, it was the Humanities and Communications magnet. Their broadcast department was really the only area we had here. And so that always was kind of there. I always say me and media are like this dating relationship, this toxic love affair that we have all the time that nobody really understands it, but me and media. And we love each other dearly, but yeah, so that's that. I went to school for that, broadcasting, interviewing, media. That's my passion. That's my me. People who know Tonesha Winters, she's always been that. So what is this? That's my opportunity to just be free and say whatever I want to say. And if I laugh behind it, it's okay.
Gotcha. So how did you get nicknamed the Mouth of the South?
The Mouth.
So
all the time, it's because I'm loud, a big mouth. I'm from high school, from school age. People say, here she go, her and that mouth. It's projection. You can always hear me.
Okay.
I'm often told, even at church, Tonesha, that's you back there in the back. We can always hear you. So at this radio station, they started saying the Mouth of the South, Mouth of the South, Mouth of the South, and it kind of stuck. And I started thinking that Ted Turner, who is the original Mouth of the South, cable creator, this white man, is known as the Mouth of the South. Wouldn't it be dope to truly be the Black girl that's also known that for such a boisterous reason for being strong and things of this sort? So it's a play on that. When I talk, you hear me.
When you talk, they listen. I got you. And that's amazing. I mean, because a lot of people don't have that personality or that presence to where they can command a room, where they can, walk in and their voice is not heard. So a lot of people shy away from that. So it's dope that you celebrate that.
Shout out to teachers like Miss Reeves, Dorothea Reeves, and Miss Briley. I did oratorical speaking, so those growing up in school, so that was a must. We had to. There were certain ones of us that they did not allow to not speak well.
Right.
You understand? You say it again.
I love it.
Now.
Yeah. So you also had a radio show at one point.
I did. I've had a few. Which one are we talking about?
Okay, listen. Let's talk about Let's talk about them all together. So what was it like transitioning, from dance into like radio where, nobody sees you, but they hear you?
Because that part of me was kind of always there, it's the easiest. When I dance, my dance is strictly, most of the times I move, it's in a spiritual environment.
Okay.
So I'm there, but not really there, if that makes any sense. Speaking behind the mic, from the start of being a part of Antonio Johnson with KHVN back in the day, High School Wednesday, it was an opportunity to say whatever I had to say, and truly maybe almost coward-like, not be able to be seen, but you hear me. And that space, I've often heard people who do radio say, I can't just talk to nobody. Well, don't call me crazy, but that makes it the most easiest time to express when it's just me and the mic. Like I say, it's a toxic relationship that we have.
Gotcha.
We feed each other.
Gotcha. So who was some of the like what's one radio interview that sticks out in your head as I did that one, or like that was really dope? Like I got to experience that.
You know what? Truly, I say no one story is bigger than the other story.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had some dope opportunities where I've interviewed some very A-list of people. To look back on it, big headline news in COVID was that Blair Underwood was getting a divorce. And I got to interview him. And what was dope to me was that was on his actual anniversary. They were celebrating their wedding anniversary. So you look back on it, this story, I'm a storyteller. I'm interested in all of the details of the story. So from that to when some little girls in Alabama, I think they went viral. They decorated their rooms up, and it just was a trending story, and everybody was excited about them. So to watch them celebrate, people interview them. But then you go to talking to the Carter Cowboys that, lost their championship and had to spend time in jail, to some little kid that's doing something. It's the opportunity. It's to tell the story. My goal is always to tell the story, to introduce something to someone that they don't know. Even when I'm interviewing and talking to people, it's not sometimes about where we're at. We find some type of way to connect with you because with anybody who's at the front, that's an influence. So I can't. I feel like I touched on some, but I can't. Nobody's just like, oh yeah,
right.
Now, if Auntie Wendy calls me ever,
that is hilarious.
I love her. Put some respect on her name. I just wanted to say that because I feel like you weren't gonna ask me that. Put some respect on my auntie's name.
I have nothing to say. Say.
She needs prayer.
And yes.
But she's been an influence because what I look at her and why I say that is because in this business and industry, what I'm learning, people will say whatever they want to. So to be able to know that you are hated by the masses and to still turn the mic on and sit there and answer the question and be bold, that's what many of my advisors in these last few days have told me. Tonesha, you are really nice behind the mic and you know what to ask. It's time for you to push the buttons and ask. So I love it.
Wow. So that's a perfect segue into my next question. What's next for the mouth, Miss T?
The world would love to know. And when I fully find out, make sure you follow her on all of her social media networks, and we will make an announcement to find out. No, I'll answer like, is the mouth dead? No, she's not.
Okay.
Still have a lot to say in every outlet that I do. But I do take this opportunity to encourage a lot of other people and artists and media people, because media is an art. Arts, to encourage them to be better at what they're doing. The mouth may just be behind the scenes loudly going, okay, take it, cut. Because that is my role. I do truly love every facet of media. Do I enjoy being the personality and being in front? Yes, I know people love to see it, but it's coming. There are some things that coming that I am legit working on. Follow me. Can't tell them everything. I done learned. Keep it secret.
Follow. So it's so funny. She's doing the interview for me. Like she's interviewing herself. Like all the questions I was about to ask, I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna touch a little bit on a couple things you said. So number one, talk to that little girl who is sitting in middle school and freshman in high school who really, really wants to be this star, this personality. She has something to say. She knows how to dig and ask the questions, but people don't see that in her, or they're not pushing her. They want her to get something a little more stable. What would you say to that little girl?
Speak, and don't wait to speak. That life has provided you so many opportunities now, and different outlets and ways for you to share what you have to say, that even mommy and daddy, yeah, I have, because I'm not a parent, so I'm the fun adult. Mommy and daddy don't even have to know, with the way the technology works, and for whoever your audience is to speak to. But do not lock down just based on what people are saying. Tune them out. The world is a very, very big place. And that one person that you're listening to that's in your ear, there's several more of them out there that want to hear you.
Love that. Love that. Love that. How can we follow Tonesha, Miss T, the mouth, on social medias?
You know, you can follow your girl, T Win, Tonesha Winters. No, I'm at the
I hate it.
I'm at, that's how they say it.
I know they do. Right. All that.
I'm at the mouth 214 on everything.
Okay.
That's and I spell it correctly. Okay.
Okay.
No matter. 214. If you type that in and nothing comes up, then that's one of the social media networks that I'm not
on. Gotcha. That is funny. Make sure you go follow Miss T, Tonesha Winters on all the social medias. So we're gonna play a game, Tonesha.
Okay.
Tonesha, this is called This or That. So I'll give you a couple scenarios, a couple things, and then you just tell me which one you better align with. Okay. We'll start off easy, and then we'll move in. As Tina Turner said, then we'll get a little rough.
I love her.
All right. New York pizza or LA tacos?
New York pizza.
Why?
True story, real quick, funny. I was a Ninja Turtle fan, and when I was a little kid, my mom took me on a trip to New York, and I just would walk around, and I was hollering in the sewers, "Hello, Ninja Turtles!" And so it's my loyalty to the turtles. I'm sorry.
I laugh because somebody else mentioned that in another podcast that about Ninja Turtles. For sure. Cake or ice cream?
In the summertime, see, this is a very traditional answer. In the summertime, it's going to be ice cream. Depending on who made the cake, it's the cake. Depending on who made the cake, it's the cake.
Okay, depends on who made it. That's funny. That's a very
that's a real answer.
It's a very black person answer. It is. It's a very black. Right. Who made the cake? Wendy Williams or Howard Stern?
Blasphemy! Oh my God. This.
You have to pick one. Wendy Williams or Howard Stern?
This is the only scenario where I don't pick my auntie, and it's just because without Howard, there is no auntie.
There is no Wendy.
Oh man. I'd like to do it. I love
it. Okay. I knew that. That's why I asked that question. Do you prefer phone calls or text messages?
Text me all day. Get off my phone. What are we talking about?
Gotcha.
But it's because I can't hear it too.
Okay.
And then y'all will be talking about you can't hear me. Just text me. Send it to me real quick.
Send it to you. Do you prefer a big party or intimate gathering?
I don't know. I am a party person. Okay. Of any type of it. It depends on who's invited.
So, but pick one. If you had to pick one,
intimate gathering. What do you? Who? That's like 4 people.
I mean, it could be how many other people that you consider.
Is it a sexy thing?
It's an intimate gathering or a big party.
My grown woman side say be intimate with me.
Okay.
But I have a good time with a bunch of people. And there's nothing more that I want to do than to turn up with a bunch of people that I like again. And that energy, I don't know. Did I answer? I don't know.
You did not. You picked both.
Whatever.
You picked both. Listen, this is awful. If you had a superpower, would you rather be able to fly or be invisible?
Be invisible.
Why?
Because I could be everywhere I wanted to be. You never would know that I was there. Because I would love to hear what people say when I'm not there.
Okay.
I'm one of those.
Interesting. Last question. Whataburger or Chick-fil-A?
Whataburger.
Why Whataburger?
I love burgers.
Okay.
Burgers, pizza, everything is bad for you. I love it. Okay. But I'll take a burger any day. That's a quicker line too. Okay. Well, this has been this or that. Pretty easy. Tonesha Winters, thank you so much for joining us for our 40 Under 40. Congrats again. Hey, everybody, make sure that you follow Tonesha on social media. Make sure that you like, share, and comment on the stuff that she's doing. Support. Tonesha, any final words? Live life like it's live.
Live life like it's live all the time. Gotcha. Hey, I'm Giles. I'm your host of 40 Under 40. Make sure you tune in and check out all of our other artists that we are featuring. We'll see you soon. Peace.